Hi, I'm going to go over some interesting stuff I found. And so I figured that those of you who know technology stuff far better than I do could look at this and be able to read the techie stuff. Um, and I know that as far as contracts are concerned, there has to be an end date. So the only end date is after 6 months in 2009 when I first had gone to attempt to get an author contract. So I'm going to go over this. So let me get that. So here's the top. Let me make it bigger. And so, see, 6 months or 1 year. However, I was back in 2009. So there's that. And so this, I tried to go through the WL Literary Agency. And this is the information. And so Andrea at the agency, supposedly, but that ended back in 2010 at the latest. So if there was ever anybody that thought that they had the right to do something that they didn't, you know, they didn't have that available access to continue on. And this is the, you know, stuff that I got. And I have a feeling like all this stuff is some sort of something that techie guys would understand much better than I do, because like all I see are a bunch of symbols that mean absolutely nothing to me, because I don't understand this stuff. I understand its code, but you know, hey, false, man, those cherubim ones, right? So I will go over here and scroll back up. Get that. I know that it's kind of piecing it together, but I'm trying to do what I can because of how this was sent. And so that way, you know, 14 business days and can be withdrawn at any time. Well, that has been withdrawn, obviously. So, you know, up to a maximum of 3, but, you know, never got anything back. Never had any, you know, anything go together. So, you know, I don't know what any of that stuff means, but I'm sure there are techie people who do understand. Hey, somebody did that on Microsoft, which means Mr. Gates has that information, right? That's what that means, right? Hold on. Hold on. Make sure some Microsoft works at that point. I'm going to go all the way back up because, you know, but it doesn't change the fact of the 6 months, 90 days, 1 year is the end date. So that is, you know, the end of whoever, as far as the WL Literary Society, which means they have nothing that they can do legally because their contract ran out back then, and at latest in 2010. So, you know, if any of those individuals thought that they legally had a right that they didn't have, you know, they are null and void. They had a false pretense. And so, let's go go back up. I know that this is probably really difficult. I'm not, at least it's difficult for me. I'm sure there are people who understand, yeah, the contract is terminated between that, obviously, because after, you know, whether it's 6 months, 90 days, or 1 year, it's over, obviously. So, and that is true by legal contracts. I mean, I get that there are guys who get this much better than I. So I'm gonna, you know, that probably would have been smarter to do. I apologize. So I'm gonna, here's this, and then I'll go and scroll this across so that way, you know, you can do the pausing thing on the aspect of techie pausing stuff, so that way you can get that and be able to, because I don't get this as far as why that, pun intended, right, with the why right there. I don't understand any of that, but yeah, it's complete, you know. So there's the aspect of all that, and I never met with anybody, so there's that irony. Not that told me they were my agent, so there's that. So there's one. Okay, so okay, I think I scrolled down a little bit. Oh no, I did. Okay, okay. So here's all that, and you know, guys who do the techie stuff can, you know, understand this so much better than I, and I never requested an extension, so there's that. So that would mean the aspect is terminated of this contract that, you know, I never got paid. So, you know, there's that. So, you know, here's all that. As, I'm not straightforward, that I don't see at all. But there is that aspect. So here's all this. Again, you know, I'm trying to go slow but fast enough where I don't take up too much of the time. And so, you know, I have, you know, I'm sure there are techie guys who understand that code aspect, because I'm guesstimating that's what, like, the other stuff is. And so how is it that, you know, your email is supposed to be legible, I mean, by technicalities, you know, it's print, so it's not, you know, but then the irony of all this stuff, right? So there's that. Scroll and give you all that. I have no idea what any of that stuff means, obviously. And so I'm sure that there are techie guys who do. This is the, go back. And so, you know, there's all that. And I would guesstimate that there are techie issues in regards to that, which might explain some of those pop-up aspects of the messages with threats when tried explaining to those people in various locations. The state of Texas. Just saying. So, yeah. Huh. Microsoft. Maybe. Maybe. And I would not want to, like, make anybody angry. I have, like, a feeling making, like, Mr. Gates angry. Irony of that word being highlighted. Would be a very bad idea to make Mr. Gates angry. I have a feeling. Okay, so there's that one. And then, okay, that. So then there's this. And so I'm going to just go side to side for that. Easier. So apparently the way I did it before probably was not as helpful. So yeah, this is, you know, probably, yeah. And then whoever thought that my dead ex-husband was, what were the words? Brilliant? I mean, seriously. Please. He didn't get anything without me. I mean, realistically. Just saying. Furthest thing from actually being, you know, any form of... He did not come up with his research idea on the T aspect of the chromosome without me. I was standing next to the tank in the Lincoln Green apartment complex, and he had walked out of the bathroom, and I said, I think that what would be a good idea would be for you to look into a T aspect of the chromosomes in the ribonucleic acid, and then as well as the deoxyribonucleic acid, to go in reference to breast cancer research. There's a T one. And he was like, no, there's not. There's not a T or whatever, as in T as in tango. And I was like, yes, I believe there is. I have a feeling that there is. And he was like, there's not. And then we had a conversation. And then, you know, lo and behold, you know, when in Songbird Apartments, then my now dead ex-husband came out and said, oh, actually, there is a T. There is a T to look at. Oh, okay. Well, you know, should probably look into that when it comes to that sort of stuff. Just saying. Like, maybe. Maybe. And, you know, then he did, and he got fairly far. Okay, go out of that. And then here's the final one. And so, again, you know, I obviously do not understand that stuff. Like, this probably means something to techie guys, whereas it does not mean anything to me, because I don't understand that stuff. And so, yeah. You know, again. Oh, look, the agent makes no claim to any right at all. You know, so if somebody thought that they did, well, they technically did not. Now, did they? The answer is no, they did not have any right, and it's even in the contract. Irony, and only at most extended by 10 days if contacting and requesting an extension, but I never did. So then there's that, which would mean that contract is terminated. So, you know, I never got paid. So, you know, just saying. Even though I tried. The writer-producer has the right to cancel the contract without question, well, or recourse. And so, yeah, it's been canceled. But again, it doesn't change the fact that the the contract ended after whether it's attempted to claim at 6 months, 90 days, or 1 year, that contract over. Obviously. And so, you know, just saying. I mean, I did want a literary agent to, you know, assist with that sort of stuff. But instead, you know, I did not get any assistance. I was not contacted. You know, nobody gave me any help in that regard. That sort of stuff. I mean, I tried. It wasn't like I didn't try. And so, you know, instead, though I have a feeling that this techie stuff pretty much shows like some illegal activities in regards to, I mean, I could be wrong. I don't know if like this stuff is normal to, you know, put in whatever. I could be wrong. I don't know. But, you know, just saying. So, you know, hopefully this makes sense to techie guys on that, and assists in regards to those who had no legal right to cause any problems to my Medal of Honor art project. I mean, I understand in regards, again, to the compassionate, honorable, and righteous ones, trying to keep safe from the cherubim ones. However, there's Andrea again. You know, I guesstimate most likely that this particular aspect assists guys in, like, NSA stuff. Like, maybe not, I don't know, because I don't know techie stuff. So, and obviously, again, Microsoft, there's that. I'm just saying, I don't want to make anybody angry. Like, I have this thing. I don't want to upset anybody that, you know, didn't start something that would make me be upset, and then that's just offense. Just saying. However, you know, I just don't, but I have this feeling that, you know, somebody like Mr. Gates and the people at Microsoft, probably not the people to make upset. Like, probably not. Probably not the guys you want to make upset. Or, like, NSA guys or any other, you know, Facebook guys and Twitter guys and, you know, those guys who do the techie stuff that I don't understand. So, you know, hopefully there's somebody who understands, like, that background stuff that I don't. Is able to figure out that, and maybe they're able to find those pop-up threats that I got in the figure of that. I don't know. I don't know how that works. Maybe there's somebody that understands that. Obviously, I don't. So, you guys have a good one. Thanks. Bye.